What's up, guys? Welcome back to From the Red Carpet. On today's episode, we have a new Shazam trailer showing us what his costume will look like for the sequel, Fury of the Gods, and a photo of Batman's logo from the Flash film. But does it belong to Ben Affleck or the new Flashpoint Batman, Michael Keaton? On the subject of Batman, Matt Reeve's film was announced like a few years ago, and we got to look at the Batmobile. But now we finally have its origin, and I will say, it's pretty damn cool. And to close this episode out, we're going to talk about a popular Mortal Kombat character that didn't quite make it into the first film, but they teased him for the second. Yeah, Johnny Cage. We finally have an idea of who the actor might be for the sequel, and we'll dive right into that. So, the Flash movie is set to release in 2022 by director Andy Buscemi, the same guy who directed the It remake and its sequel. The movie will take heavy inspiration from the famous Flashpoint storyline, with some minor changes. We won't be getting Thomas Wayne Batman, but we will see the return of Michael Keaton as an older, weathered Batman, similar to Batman Beyond. And this film is said to reintroduce Keaton's version of the character 30 years or so after the events of Batman Returns, meaning that Batman Forever and the other one, that I don't really want to mention, never happened, or at least they're part of a different timeline. I guess what I'm saying is they're only acknowledging the Tim Burton films here. Anyway, so it looks like we have an updated version of Batman's chest emblem, which has blood on it, sort of resembling the comedian's badge from Watchmen. I mean, I don't know if that's what they were going for, but it looks like it. And it looks like it's just a more high-tech version of the suit he wore in the previous Batman Returns movie. And from the looks of it, it looks like it hasn't been worn for a long time. I mean, it's kind of dusty and old looking. So I wonder what that's about. Maybe he's been in retirement this whole time and the Flash helps him come out of retirement? I don't know. Anyway, so apparently we're getting another DC fandom event later this fall, and we can expect a teaser, if not some new set photos, from the Flash film. Shazam II, Fury of the Gods, has been announced with a June 2nd, 2023 release date, and has cast Lucy Liu as one of the main villains of the film. Aw, I'm sorry, Dwayne. Maybe next time. We promise. Just on a quick note, I used to like The Rock, but he acts like he's like the best thing since sliced bread now. I guess all this success went to his head or something. I mean, he thinks he runs DC. All he fucking talks about is this Black Adam movie, like it's gonna be the best thing ever. Not many people know who Black Adam even is. I mean, yeah, he's like DC, but he's like a side character, so Dwayne, just chill the fuck out, man. Anyway, back to business. We have a Fury of the Gods teaser depicting what Zachary Levi's new suit will look like, so let's check that out.
Why is it so dark? Probably would have been a good idea to have like one light on.
Well, it definitely looks like they streamlined it. I mean, it's the same basic design, just slimmer and the logo's a little bit smaller, really. So, who is Lucy Liu playing in the film? She's going to play a character named Calypso, which is one of the daughters of Atlas, along with Helen Mirren, who will play the other daughter, Hespera. It looks like Atlas's daughters will be the main villains of the film. I'm not sure who's playing Atlas, though. But I can tell you, Black Adam won't be in it. So that's a thing. They're saving him for the third movie, which will be like an epic showdown between like these two Shazam characters. I don't know. With that being said, what of Sivana and Mr. Mind then? Because in the first film, we got left with a supposed team-up that never really went anywhere. Well, I guess WB has plans to make them a bigger threat after Black Adam gets introduced. Maybe Black Adam and Shazam put their differences aside to defeat them. Okay, back to Batman for a minute. I know, we've been talking about Batman a lot. Matt Reeve's Batman film is setting up a completely different tone than the others. Taking inspiration from Year One and The Long Halloween, this film takes place on Earth 2 apparently, with Batman facing off against the Riddler, who this time around is a lot more dark and gritty than the Jim Carrey version. Paul Dano's Riddler is heavily inspired by the Zodiac Killer, by leaving complex riddles at the scene of the crime, and also murdering people in a more Saw-like fashion. One of the first images we got of the film was of the Batmobile, which looks like a souped-up muscle car, really. Originally, I thought it was because they wanted the film grounded in reality, so they didn't want the car looking too far-fetched. But that's not it. So the Batmobile is actually Thomas Wayne's car, the very same car they drove the night that they were murdered. Bruce converted it into the Batmobile. And that's actually a pretty cool take on it. I didn't expect that. It's kind of like how his chest emblem, which is made from the gun that killed his parents, is detachable and acts as a batarang as well. Just a quick cool little detail from the film. And lastly, the Mortal Kombat movie was a huge success worldwide, and they're already talking about the sequel. Sub-Zero actor Joe Taslim went as far as to say he signed on for at least 3 more films. And yes, even though his character died, spoiler alert, he'll be returning as Noob Saibot. At the end of the film, we are teased with the introduction of Johnny Cage. A lot of fans were pissed initially because he wasn't featured in this film, but after learning the film takes place pre-tournament, it makes a little bit more sense as to why we didn't see him. So WB is looking at a certain Sons of Anarchy actor to play the character, and that is, of course, Charlie Hunnam, best known for playing Jax Teller. He was also in Pacific Rim. And I mean, he definitely looks the part, and he'd bring a new, fresh perspective to the character. But it's not confirmed by any means, just a bit of news that surfaced recently. Well, thanks for watching this episode of From the Red Carpet. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned something. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And of course, guys, I'll see you on the next one.